Coach, you want to start us off?
Yes. We had an excellent practice today inside, and today's Halloween, so I'm glad Neil didn't wear his Halloween mask. Yes, okay. But yeah, it's a layup. This is going to be a tough game at Arizona State. It's a really unique night there. They're honoring the servicemen. It's the Pat Tillman game, which I'm honored that we're a team that gets to play in that our young men get to see that, understand. They're bringing in a lot of families and different things, so it's a unique night, and they're wearing special uniforms, and it's always great to honor our country. And I'm glad that we're able to be a part of this game and the special meaning that is behind it. So, all right, I'll take any questions at this time.
Did you have any kind of 6 degrees of separation with Pat Tillman just in your days in the NFL? Or anything?
No, I didn't. I've read a tremendous amount about him. I've told our players the stuff that I've read and talked to him about what he stands for. I would definitely say it was very uncommon. All our kids wear uncommon bracelets, and I think it's very uncommon what he did. He had a college degree. He was a great pro player, making millions of dollars, and he stops and wants to go serve our country. And extremely, extremely sad and unfortunate what happened. But I think he set an example of what it means to honor our country, and he understood the freedom that we live is not free. We have freedom because people go and fight for our country and give us the safety and the ability to do all the things that we can do, even being able to sit in this room, even have the jobs we have. America's a great place. I know we have all the different issues, but it's still an honor and a privilege to live in this country. And Saturday night will be a neat thing for our players to see that and honoring him and all the other service people.
Coach, obviously you seemed to challenge Steven Montez last
Yes.
week, and he seemed to respond, obviously, with a great game this past Saturday. As a coach, how gratifying is it when it seems like you pressed the exact right buttons with a guy?
You always try to, sometimes young people, and I'm still young in a lot of areas. You keep growing up. I think as you get older, you realize the more you don't know. Is that the best thing to say? Sometimes young people are too young to understand sometimes what you're trying to do with them, how you're trying to help them, how you're trying to push them, and there's all different ways to do that. And also Sam Neuer's a good quarterback and a good athlete too. So I think that Steven knows that also. But I was excited about the way Steven performed in the game. But really, like I said Saturday after the game, how he and Sam prepared all week long, the way they were focused, the way they were into it, the way they were both communicating with each other, the way they were communicating with me, the way they were communicating with other players, the other coaches. There wasn't, yes, he might have been upset or angry, but he took that and focused it the right way. There was no pouting. There was, I got to get better, took responsibility for it. And I also think the team, the offensive line and the guys rallied around him on that too, knowing, it's not just him too. Everybody's got to do their part. Now we just got to do it again.
How thrilled are you that this is the last time you have to see Kalen Balazs and Demario Richard?
Wow, they're both excellent players. The 1-2 punch. They're powerful. They're big. They're athletic. I know Kalen and his family really well. We had a long recruit. He was the first person I ever offered when I came here. When I first got here, I was sitting here all by myself, and I was watching. They said there's a 10th grade running back down over in Colorado Springs area. I said, put him on. I said, are you kidding me? And got a hold of his coach and started recruiting. I was hoping he was going to come here, but he chose to go to Arizona State. It's a great school. He plays for a great guy in Todd Graham. So, but it came down to both. They even signed like 4 days after signing date. I'm glad this is the last time we'll see them. There's no doubt they're excellent players.
Mike, an obvious benefit of Montez's increased play is just your receivers getting a chance to be more productive. This was a deep group that some people thought was among the best in the country this year. How have you seen them sort of battle through some of this adversity and keep level heads as you figure out quarterback situation now?
I think they've done excellent at it. I think they've done excellent. You know, as you notice around the world, the receivers sometimes spout off, and these young men didn't. I'm pretty sure they've been frustrated. I'm pretty sure that Coach Chev has handled things excellently. He was a receiver himself and was very successful, so that was good. But I haven't seen them complain about it. They just kept playing and kept playing, and they really understand the team. And you know, they're mature young guys. A lot of them been here 4 or 5 years, and so they knew just keep working, keep fighting, and they're all about us being successful, not just about them making their catches. And I think that also helped Steven a lot, because if he had all those guys on him all the time, that would have been even harder to overcome. So I think their leadership in that area of just keep working, keep playing, keep believing in the team, and it made a big difference also, and hopefully to keep making a big difference as the year goes along.
Mike, it seems like you guys finally were able to grasp that elusive, full 60-minute performance that you kind of been looking for this year versus Cal. So can having that kind of success maybe, I don't know if this is the right word, but serve as a reminder to your guys what they're capable of doing?
I definitely hope so. You know, as a coach, I don't think we put the whole 60 minutes together. We didn't play as well on the last couple of drives in the secondary. We had a couple busts that, you know, gave them a score. So we need to improve on that. But it was good because they were throwing it every down, and we were doing some different things to try to help us. And but I definitely think they understand they can do that. They can put it together. I think it gave the offense confidence that we can do multiple things. You know, they're a good defense. You know, they had their one star linebacker that was out, number 1, who's an excellent player. But you know, our college football is kind of funny. I guess all football is. But you know, they beat Washington State 37-3. We play them the next week and get beat 28-0, and then we beat them 44-20 or whatever. So, you know, it's young people keep playing, keep believing, keep hoping, keep coaching them. Keep pushing them, keep loving them, and eventually good things work out if they're talented enough, and we have some good talent.
Mike, you had said last week that you thought the culture and the foundation that you've built here over the last 4 years was strong enough to withstand some of the rocky road that you'd hit recently. Was last weekend an affirmation of that these kids
Yeah, I definitely think so. As far as our upperclassmen, what they're saying to the kids, how they're acting, what they're doing, how they're showing up on time, how they're working in practice, how I hear the captains and the upperclassmen talking to the younger guys. You know, that's all part of it. You know, we still have a lot of season left. We have a lot of things we want to accomplish, so that was one more step in the right direction, and we need to be able to hopefully do that again Saturday. So, you know, it's what have you done for me lately? So we'll see you again Saturday.
Coach, maybe to follow up on what I was asking about Steven
Yes.
and pushing the right buttons, do you tend to challenge guys in a similar manner when they need challenging, or is there kind of an art to, you know, maybe what works for Steven you have to know won't work for this other guy?
No, it's all about individual relationships. I believe anything to be successful is about individual relationships. And the hard thing about individual relationships, it takes time. It takes time. I mean, I can't meet somebody the first time and figure out how I'm going to do it, or how are they going to trust what I'm telling them, or they're going to trust the decisions I make with them. It takes time, and time's something that you can't hurry. And you know, I've gotten to know Steven. I've gotten to know a lot of the guys on our team. They know that I'm always putting what's best for them first, and then the team, and they understand that. Yes, I push buttons all different kinds of ways. And they understand that. And I think once you develop a relationship and they truly know you care about them, then they'll trust you. They might not like it, but they'll trust you. We've all been there. We've been pushed by people that we didn't trust. We didn't do anything with it, right? And we've been pushed by people or decisions made to people that we do trust, and it works out and they like it. So that's kind of how that goes.
One thing that seemingly hasn't taken a lot of time is the emergence of Khalil Tate. Two-part question.
Well, he was there for a full year, you know, a year and 3 games. I wish it had been a year and 4 games.
Right.
I think. What extra game?
To that point, have you received any texts, letters, calls with coaches in the conference facetiously saying, "Hey, thanks a lot for awakening this guy"?
No. I'll see Rich Rod individually down the road and tease him a little bit. But Rich Rod's a heck of a coach. He did a great job recruiting that young man. He was a young man that played at Sarah High School, played receiver mainly, moved to quarterback the last part of it, like I think the last 10 games of his senior year or something like that. And he's done a great job. He's redshirted him. He played against us a little bit the year before as a mop-up and didn't quite look the same, but he was learning the offense, and he just kept getting him better and better. Also, and I think all fairness to Rich Rod, Khalil was hurt a little bit in fall camp, from what I understand, and was hurt a little bit in the season. So he didn't really kind of get all the reps and everything and kind of get thrown in there. And I wish he'd been hurt just a little bit longer for our sake, not for his sake.
Can a guy who misses the first 4 or 5 games of the season but then plays as incredibly and have the impact that he's had, can he be a serious Heisman candidate?
Yeah, I think so. I definitely, if they keep doing what they're doing with him, you take out the first couple games and you do his stats. I think he's got like 395 yards a game. If you take out the first 2 where he just played a little bit, which is pretty amazing. He's doing a great job. If they keep winning big games, I'm pretty sure he should definitely get there if they run the table.
Coach, it seems like one of the guys who's been asked to do a lot this season is Tim Lynott. I was just talking to him, and he said that he didn't take any reps at center in fall camp. I don't know if that's true, but what was your plan heading into the season at backup center?
Well, he took a lot of reps in spring practice. We took some he took a little bit, not a ton in fall camp, but then we started playing him more and more after we realized who we were going to redshirt and what we were going to do. And he played the full game against Texas State, wasn't it? The entire game. But we always felt like he could be a great center and could be a great guard. We didn't play him at center early because it's a little bit harder. We felt like his redshirt freshman year that he could just play guard and be good at it because the snapping and all the calls you got to do. And now he's learned all that and he's done well. We had the rain game or the storm game, whatever you want to call it, at Washington State was a little bit rough for him. Just the weather and everything else with snapping, but he's done well, and he played well Saturday.
Mike, I know Isaiah Oliver's a little dinged up right now, but just in the past couple of days, there have been several mock drafts lifting him as a first-round pick in this upcoming draft. Mm-hmm. You've had a lot of talented defensive backs come through this program. Do you think he's worthy of some of that early attention of being a potential first-round guy?
I think he's an excellent talent, and I think he's an excellent player. I don't see all the other corners all over the country and the way that people evaluate them and do them. But I definitely think he's a special talent. There's no doubt. And not only is he a special talent, he's extremely bright, great family, sharp young man. To me, he's a full package.
What makes N'Keal Harry a tough person to guard, wide receiver?
His size. He's so big and he's athletic. And, sometimes guys that big and that strong, I mean, he's built, he's built kind of like Brian Howell, just like rocked up. And so he's usually they can't turn as, they're tight. He can just flip his hips and turn and catch and get people by. And the other thing is he's really tough. He's really tough. So he doesn't see anybody coming at him. He's able to catch it and not take a hit, and they even put him in the backfield and run him at Wildcat. He's an excellent player. He has excellent ball skills. I mean, they've got him back returning punts. Being able to track a ball like that as a big guy is hard to do, and he's excellent at it. So his ball skills, his size, his toughness, his athleticism, the way he's flexible and can bend, make him a special player.
Mike, George Fraser last week had a block on Steven Montez's touchdown run, I think, and took out a safety, and then 2 plays later had a quarterback sack, and then I think on a punt or a kickoff went down and did something else. Is he a guy that's underappreciated by the average fan out there because he doesn't have a ton of stats?
Yeah, there was a real wise man after the game named Neil Wolk that told me all that too, and I didn't even know what happened in the game, to be honest with you, as I'm watching the game. yeah, he does so many things, and for a big guy, it's not like, you notice it a lot when a guy has a ball in his hands as a receiver, a returner, a corner, that type of thing. But he's doing a lot of the grunt work on the D line, making plays. He's doing a lot of grunt work at the tight end spot, making blocks. He's made a couple catches. It is, he plays on our special teams. He's the wing on the field goal. He's in our shield on the punt. He plays a lot of plays and does really, really well. And, just a sharp young man. I do think he is a little bit underappreciated. And, hopefully he'll get in that. I think they have an award for, it's not the Iron Man. I know that's arena ball, but there's some type of award where the guys played multiple spots that I know he was, what? The Paul Hornung, Paul Hornung, unbelievable player. How could I forget that? But the Paul Hornung Award, hopefully he'll get in the mix on that. Usually it's skill guys, but as many plays as he's playing, if they'll watch the tape, like you just talked about, they'll see how an impact he is, and hopefully he'll get in the finals for that. I would love to see that. I think he deserves it.
You referenced earlier that 3-game stretch with Cal beating Washington State, them beating you, and then you beating Cal. Is the Pac-12, in your estimation, a little more wild and crazy and unpredictable than it normally is, or is this just how the conference usually is?
We truly are beating each other up. We truly are. And with us playing 9 games, we truly I think we hurt our resume a little bit more this year. Definitely if a team goes to our league with 1 loss and wins the Pac-12 championship game, I believe there's no doubt they should get in the Final Four. So it's a phenomenal league with a lot of great talent, a lot of great athletes, and a lot of excellent quarterbacks and playmakers, and and so I think that we kind of are beating each other up, but that's part of it, and hopefully the people, the committees looking into that understand that and see that, and that we'll be able to get somebody in the Final Four to show what we're all about.
Mike, a couple of your guys on defense have mentioned that the other day they just had a lot more fun than in recent games, and that Ryan Mueller even made the comment, it felt like last year because of how much fun we were having against Cal. How much, you being a defensive guy, how much can just having fun make a difference on defense?
I think you want them to have fun, but in the game of football, winning's fun. That's the fun really in the end of it. You enjoy playing the game, and if you're making plays and doing things, and the offense is scoring. The old saying, you kind of feed off each other in a way. If one side feeds off the other, and the momentum, and I think that gives you hope as the game goes along. And I think that's what they felt Saturday. We even had a couple special teams plays, and there was a lot of energy, and we kept the energy going. And Cal made some plays too. So I think that made it fun also. Everybody just playing and going, and us making more plays. And you want to do that, and hopefully they do go out there and have fun. When they feel like they have confidence and they're freed up and they're making plays, that makes it fun. And I think Saturday afternoon when it's 60 degrees and sunny and Folsom's packed and you're scoring touchdowns and making plays is fun.
Mike, what would be your top 3 Halloween candies ranked?
All right, top 3 Halloween candies ranked. Well, I'd have to go with a Kit Kat bar. Okay. Second, Twix, which they're kind of similar, I guess, in a way. So you get a little caramel in the other one. And then I think my third one would have to be my assistant upstairs, Cheryl Voth. She's an unbelievable cook. So every time we win a game, she makes cupcakes and stuff for all and coffee cake for all our guys to eat. So we always enjoy Monday, when that happens. And she makes a unbelievable cupcake that it's peanut butter and chocolate and Reese's and the filling. I got to go. That's pretty phenomenal. So I'll go with that.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Appreciate it.